Yeah, g'day. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining me. Welcome to a red hot Aussie bush. Ooh, yeah, already working up a sweat. Yeah, just bumped into a fella from Switzerland. He's been out here since Friday night, traipsing around the Namadgi National Park, enjoying the Aussie summer. Said he'd travelling by himself, so he didn't have anywhere to spend for Christmas, so he decided to go bush. More power to him. Must have been, he said it was a bit of a turn up from what he's used to back home. Yeah, pretty cool way to spend Christmas, I reckon. Like I said, it's Boxing Day, so Christmas was yesterday. Whew. There's a big kangaroo under the tree over here, and a wonga pigeon. Is it a wonga pigeon? No, it's not. It's a bronzewing, common bronzewing. Taking some shade in. I'll take a photo of him in a minute. Yeah, anyway, like I said, this is the old Babuyan Road. Got a couple of k's to hike down here, and then I'm going to go and find Frank and Jack's shed, and then take stock and find out, have a look around and see where I can set up camp for the night, where there's some water, maybe somewhere I can have a splash even. Be good. Not that I brought any swimmers, I'll have to just figure that out. Yeah, this old kangaroo, he knows how to stay cool on a hot day. He fucked off as soon as I poked the camera at him. Hey Bubba. Redneck wallaby, about as cute as it gets. Not sure why he's standing out in the sun. That peak right there, that's Yankee Hut, hence the name of this area. I guess it looks like one of those Stetsons. They didn't call it a Cobra. Yeah, it's red hot. Got to keep the water up. Important. Yeah, this is Frank and Jack's hut. It's a pretty posh hut for one of these pioneer huts. But yeah, a couple of months ago I did a video. I did a hike. I came in. There's three in this area. There's one, the forestry hut. This one here, Frank and Jack's hut. And there's another one down a bit further along on Hospital Creek. And I did a video on that, and if you want to check that out, I'll put a link up there and one down in the comments, and you can have a look at that. It's a pretty good video. I quite liked getting out and seeing all those little pioneer huts. But yeah, I'm not going to show you around this one at the time. Yeah, I'm just going to have a break. It's pretty hot. How far have I become? Come about 4 kilometres. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, Frank and Jack's hut. There's a big water tank, so it's full of water too, which is good. So I just checked it, and it's good. Because that's the only water I brought with me, because I knew there was a creek that would be flowing, and also I knew there would be a water tank here. So I'm going to base myself somewhere around here. There's a track that sort of wanders down through the bush this way. This trail keeps heading down, and you get a bit closer to Bogong Creek. I might go down there first and have a look and see if I can find somewhere nice to set up camp. Be nice to camp down near the creek, so I've got a steady supply of water down there. But if I can't find anywhere good, because I've got my tent, so I need to find somewhere nice and flat. And if I can't find something there is another sort of flat area I had a look at on the satellite maps a bit further through the bush that way, about maybe 500 metres, 600 metres that way. So yeah, hopefully we'll find somewhere to set up camp and chill out for the rest of the afternoon. Cool. First I'm going to have a break. Whew. Yes, I just left Frank and Jack's hut. It was this weird, I don't know what it was, trough of some sort. Had water in it. I don't know whether it was for I don't know, there must have been a reason, but this used to be grazing land, so I don't know whether it had something to do with that or whatever it was, but it was concrete. It looked pretty sturdy, but anyway, lots of tadpoles in there, so frogs are doing well out here. As are the kookaburras. Never get tired of this part of the world. We're right on the fringe of the Bimberi Wilderness, which is part of the Namadgi National Park, but it's a designated area. It's very remote, so they make you, or they ask you to register. They keep a tally on who's in there, and they cap the number of people who are camping in there at any one time. I haven't registered. You do that with the Namadgi Visitor Centre. So I'm just right on the fringe, so I'm not going to go too far into those mountains. So heading down towards Bogong Creek now. So I'll probably camp somewhere there and settle in for the night. Yeah, pretty good part of the world. That mountain straight ahead is the back of Yankee Hat. So he's sort of done a big horseshoe around it. Yeah, well, that's Bogong Creek. Plenty of water. So now I just got to find somewhere nice and flat to set up camp. There's a few spots around. Let's go for a wander. Yeah, this looks like a nice spot. Nice and flat. Creek's about 150 metres that way. Supposed to keep away from the creeks anyway. So it's probably a good spot. So let's set up camp and settle in. Yeah, well, all set up, ready to go. Yeah, found a nice little spot. That's west out that way, looking at a big mountain back of one of the hills here, and you can still see the scars of the bushfires from end of 2019. It was a crazy time. Like, I just watched a video. There's a woman I follow and I'm Patreon of, a woman by the name of Kate Grayrock, and she's a Canberran, but she's just an amazing naturalist. You know, she's just worldly and, you know, hikes everywhere and just got a great way about her. Always giggling and enjoying herself, which is great. So you should check out her channel if you haven't already joined up. But I was watching a thing that she did a couple of years ago, a talk she gave, and she was talking about that 2019-2020 period, and you know, you kind of block that sort of shit out, but it was an insane time. Like, the back end of 2019, there was fires. They started, the first one I heard of was up in Tuncurry, up in near Foster, where I go for Christmas most years, and I was up there last week in the bushland behind Tuncurry. That was the first bushfire I heard of, and it was probably, I want to say, late October, maybe early November. And it's just burnt. Fires just burned everywhere. In December, was it December? Yeah, November, December, it hit this area. It wasn't the same fire, but they were just constantly burning across eastern Australia, and we just got wiped out. This whole Namadgi National Park just got absolutely belted with severe bushfires, and it scorched it. And the Aurora Valley, which is kind of a bit further up, and I go there a fair bit, that was closed. It was closed for a couple of years afterwards, but it was devastating. You know, the whole place just got burned out. But we were probably as lucky as anyone because it didn't actually hit the cities. Further to the east here and down the coast, it just decimated towns and little villages, and, you know, the whole forest area right through the Moreton National Park and the Dewar National Park. All those places just got absolutely wiped out. Yeah, my brother's down there in Malua Bay, and, you know, he copped it. Or, you know, didn't cop it as bad as his neighbours, but, you know, it was devastating. I remember talking to him about it, and he said it was just, you know, it's just the pits. Yeah, anyway, so that was the end of 2019, and let the smoke clear. And then here in Canberra, I think it was late January, early February, we got hit by this insane hailstorm. And I'd kind of forgotten all about it, but that talk she gave, she mentioned it. And yeah, we had hail like this, and it just smashed everything right throughout Canberra. Like the northern parts of Canberra, like Belconnen areas, got absolutely smashed. Around the lake was just a sea of white, and I walked to work that day, and I walked home, and it was just crazy how much leaves and stuff was just knocked off the trees. It was like, you know, a tornado had gone through. And then, of course, you know, we just get over that, and COVID whacked us. Yeah, a bit of a wind come through. I am kind of sheltered here where I am. Not under trees so much, but around trees, so hopefully that'll break the wind if there is some. Anyway, I'm going to just settle in and just have a drink and sort of, you know, rehydrate. I've been working pretty hard and building a bit of a sweat up, so I'm just going to chill for a little bit, and then I'm going to go down and replenish my water supplies, and then see what's around. I'll go for a bit of a wander around. Yeah, I'll check in a bit later. Pretty nice. That's good. Yeah. Well, that was nice. Went for a bit of a wander around. Got some more water. Beautiful down near that creek. Nice breeze coming off the water. It was lovely. And then I went for a wander up the hill here and saw a few kangaroos and had a bit of a chat. It's pretty cool. I'm actually going to just sort of settle in and do a bit of work. I always take this time of year, like the end of the year, to sort of do a bit of reflection on the year that was, and see how I went on the goals and things that I'd sort of challenged myself to attain during the year. I had a pretty good year in most respects. Had a pretty shitty year in a couple of others, but yeah, always a good opportunity come the end of the year. So New Year's Eve is next Tuesday, so I might get my iPad out and do a bit of a scratching around, and yeah, just have a think about the year that was and start planning the year that will be 2025. 2025, I'm going to turn 55, fuck. I feel like the last 10-15 years has just gone like a rocket. But it's been good, it's been a good period. I hope the next 15 will be just as good. So, you've got a lot of plans. But yeah, bloody wind. So yeah, I'm going to make myself a coffee and settle in, reflect on 2024, start setting some goals for next year. Good stuff. Pretty nice spot to do it. A little food bag. Yeah, it was 5:21. So I've got probably another 3 hours of light before it gets too dark. It's about the longest day of the year, so pretty good. Yeah, that's a wolf spider. I thought it might have been a funnel web, but it came up to the end of the hole as that very lucky jumping jack ant walked past. Yeah, you can see how close he is to my camp. Yeah, dinner. I hosted Christmas lunch yesterday, so I'm a bit overcooking, so I made it easy for myself today. Bought a pre-made tuna salad and another can of tuna in there. I'm just going to hoof into it. Ooh, looks good. Nice view. Reckon I'm winning. Yeah, that was actually pretty good. It's new, I haven't seen them before. It was tuna with rice and lentils and chickpeas and a few herbs and spices. Pretty good. Nice, easy dinner. A bit stuffed. I've eaten like king for the last 2 weeks, so it's nice to have something light. I'm starting to get low on water again. Been drinking a fair bit. That thing's only got 2/3 in it, but the other one's empty. So I might go and top them up one more time. Come back, what's the time? It's 6:30. So yeah, a couple of hours of light still. So I might go and fill these water bottles up and then go for another walk. I might just head down this track a bit further and see how far we can get and see what's down there. Hey, let's go and have a look. Blue-tongued lizard. Got one of these living in our back garden. Yeah, well, just past 8 o'clock. Sun's just dropped down behind the hills, which is nice. The temperature's dropped a few degrees, so it's much more pleasant. Nice gentle breeze, there's no gusts of wind. Couldn't think of a nicer place to be. Just made a cup of tea. I've been faffing around for the last hour and a half. Not doing much, just wandering around, chilling, just taking it all in. Yeah, the flies have been driving me mad though. There's these big ass bloody march flies or horse flies. Yeah, I get one every sort of 5 minutes and they just don't go away. Like they just continue to pester you. Most flies, you know, you shoo them away and they go, but these ones just come straight back. I've taken to letting them land on me and then whacking them before they bite me. I've been successful so far, but they bloody keep coming back. Yeah, it's very nice, very still. I'm gonna just have my cup of tea and then get in the tent and zip the bugs out. There's going to be a few bugs around. I didn't bring any bug spray or anything, so as soon as the sun goes down and I have to start using the light, I'll hunker down in here so they can't get in and read my book. What book am I reading? I don't even know what it's called. John Grisham fellow, the bloke who wrote The Firm, he's written a sequel to it. I don't know what it's called. I'll put a note somewhere. But I downloaded it and I've started reading it, one chapter in. But I read The Firm first. I'd never actually read it. I watched the movie a few times and I actually watched the movie as well. But yeah, I read the book and it's got a completely different ending. So I wasn't 100% sure about how the second chapter might evolve. So I'll read that, and I've just started it, so I'm going to read it and see what it's all about. I don't mind John Grisham books. Read a lot of them. I thought I'd read The Firm, but obviously I hadn't, because I didn't. None of that end bit made any sense to me. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. Read that for a while. I also downloaded the second Lord of the what are they called? Lord of the Rings movie. If you'll recall, a few camps back, I think middle of winter, early winter, no, it was March or something. I downloaded them, I was slowly going through them, and Netflix shut them off. But they're back, so I've downloaded them again, so I can start getting back into those. But I found them more of a chore than a joy, so I'll persist with them. They're obviously popular for a reason, but I'll read my book first, I think. I also downloaded a bunch of those Clone Wars cartoons, like on Disney. Bloke I was talking to over Christmas, he had a DVD of them, and he said they were pretty good. So I'd never even given it a second thought, to be honest with you. And I got a Disney subscription, so I could watch all of those Marvel movies and Guardians of the Galaxy and all that sort of stuff, which is pretty cool. But I don't use it very much, so I thought I'll download these Clone Wars things, and I might watch a couple episodes and then they only go for 20 minutes or something. But yeah, so I haven't got much planned when I have finished this cup of tea. I'm just going to chill out till the sun goes down. As soon as the sun gets dark in here, I'm going to probably shut my eyes and go to sleep. And get some Zeds. I'll be up early. I've got to get up early. Today's Thursday? Is it Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday. 26, yeah, Thursday. Tomorrow I've got to go to work. So I've got to get up early. I'm going to be up before the sparrows and have a coffee and get myself woken up so I can pack this camp up as soon as the sun's up and and hike back into town. I ended up being about 5.5 k's from my car, so that's an hour and a half. So I want to get there by sort of 8 o'clock if I can, because I'm about 45 minutes from home, and then that'll get me home just in time to have a shower and turn the clock on at 9 o'clock. That's the plan. I suspect it'll all fall over. I doubt I'll wake up as soon as I wake up. And it's pretty skeleton crew at the moment, so I don't think I'm going to be in demand at 9 to 9:30 to 10. So I'll probably just work from home tomorrow anyway. But anyway, that's kind of how I'm going to play it. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy my cup of tea, and I'm going to zip myself up, keep away from the bugs and the mozzies and the fucking flies, bloody horseflies, and read my book. Yeah, I might scoot out in the middle of the night if I can, and it's pretty clear night and there's no moon, so I might see if I can get a couple of photos of the Milky Way. Might be pretty nice tonight. Yeah, unless anything happens that needs to be recorded, I'll see you in the morning. Well, it's a good cup of tea. Windy. Yeah, it's 3:10. The wind started to pick up at about 2 o'clock. It's coming in now. Yeah, it woke me up at about 2 o'clock, and I sort of just been lying here hoping that it would go away and reading my book. But if anything, it's got worse. And about 10 minutes ago, there was some lightning started to pop up over the back of the hills out to the west. And over the last 10 minutes, some clouds have started to roll in as well. So, yeah, I'm not really expecting this, and not really ready for it. So I brought everything inside in case we get a bit of a rainstorm. And I'm about to batten down the hatches and hopefully not get too wet. Yeah, I was expecting a nice mild evening and a good sleep, but looks like it's going to get a bit hairy. Anyway, here's what it is. We'll deal with it as it comes. Starting to hear some thunder now too, so I don't know whether that just picked up. Hopefully it'll just slide to the side of me and I'll be able to get back to sleep. But anyway, let's keep our fingers crossed. You hear that? Starting to rain. It's 3:30. I reckon I might have a couple of hours of misery before the sun comes up. Yeah, well, it's 4:15. Storm seems to have moved through, which is good. So rain stopped. It was coming down there pretty heavy for about 20 minutes. But yeah, there was some pretty loud claps of thunder. But I think I just got the side of it, so not too much damage or anything, which is good. But I might open up the fly now and let some breeze through, and see if I can get a few Zeds. I wasn't really all that excited about having to be up for a couple of hours in the middle of the night. Good. Yeah, well, good morning. Welcome back to the camp. Interesting little night. Yeah, that was a bit weird. Like when I went to bed, like the sun was still light at 9 o'clock and was still it was only totally dark at about 10:15. And I flaked straight away. And then 2 o'clock woke up when the wind picked up. And as you saw, it got worse and a big thunderstorm rolled through. I think the thunderstorm was just there. We're right on the fringe of it. We've got a fair bit of rain and a lot of noise, but it wasn't too bad. And then by 4 o'clock it started to ease off. And I drifted off back to sleep. There's some deer hoofing through the back paddock there. Tearing through. Holy shit. Yeah. But anyway, we did get another half an hour or so, which was good. And sun's up now, slowly making its way up. It's a bit cloudy still, but anyway, I'm up, and like I said, I've got to get home and get to work, so
Gonna make a coffee and then I'm gonna pack up. It's still a bit windy, as you can probably hear, which is sort of drying the tent out a little bit, but it's still a little bit wet. But anyway, I'll pack it up, stuff it in the bag, and make my way home. I'm not going to wait until the sun comes up to dry it out. I do have to get home and get some work done. Yeah, well, hope you enjoyed this little overnight camp into Ngunnawal country. Started off red hot, like it was boiling yesterday. Very mild now, I think it's 16, 17 degrees, something like that. With the cool breeze. Bloody wind. Yeah, 4 seasons in one day. And one night. Yeah, anyway, thanks for joining me. I'm going to pack up and I'm going to hightail it back to the car and back home. Yeah, well, all packed up. Took exactly 27 minutes. So yeah, had to give a bit of time to get the water shaken off and all that sort of stuff. It's all packed away and I'm going to head home. So got an hour home, hour back to the car, and then another hour back home. It's 6:15, so I should be home by 9:15, I would imagine, as I planned. So sometimes things work out. Anyway, till next time, stay safe.